Mama. Today I'm trying something new and taking you along with me for a postpartum doula visit. And today's visit is actually the last visit that I'll be doing with this current client. So if you're curious about what a day in the life of a postpartum doula looks like, stay tuned. First arrive at my client's home, I always take off my shoes, put on my doula slippers, and wash my hands before doing anything else. Next, I check in with Mom on how things are going since our last visit, especially feeding, sleeping, and her physical recovery and overall wellness. And then we set the agenda for the day based on the top 2 to 4 things that Mom wants to do that day. We have a pretty busy day ahead of us, and on the agenda today are doing some cloth diaper laundry, hanging out with baby so Mom can pump, which you see me doing here. And a little later, we're going to head to a client's doctor appointment that she has, and I'm going to go along with her and hang out with baby so she can really focus on her care. And when we get back, I'm going to make Mom a delicious smoothie. And if there's time or the moment arises, I'm going to attempt to bottle feed baby just so that she can get some practice with the bottle before she goes to daycare in a couple months. So right now, I'm hanging out with baby. I'm going to put her in my wrap and maybe walk around the parking lot or walk up to the doctor's office where Mom is having her appointment. She was pretty fussy this day, and lately she's been in a phase where she really only wants Mom to hold her, which is totally normal. And even with someone that she's familiar with, like me, baby is still fussy. And, Mom was even telling me that she's crying when Dad tries to hold her too. So I don't take it personally. I just use all of the tools that I have to try to comfort and soothe baby and let them know that they're safe and make them as comfortable as possible. And here I'm using my Hope and Plum linen ring sling, which is such a great tool to use, especially with newborn babies, because they're pretty quick to get into, and the learning curve is not as steep if you are into woven wraps. So I really enjoyed this wrap. I just needed to adjust my ring a little bit. It was a little high on my shoulder. So you'll see that happen in a second. But I really was just trying to bounce baby and soothe her. She was very fussy and only wanted Mom. This was her nap time, and she did sleep in the car, but the car ride was just about 30 minutes. And so that's usually about how long like a sleep cycle lasts. And so she typically needs a little bit of help if she's not in her normal sleep space, connecting those sleep cycles. And so since we were in a new place and, surroundings were different, Mom said she woke up right as they were pulling up and was probably going to need some comforting. And I did offer her the bottle, but she was not interested. She was tired, and the one person that she wanted was at a doctor's appointment, and she got her bestie doula, which is fine. She was safe and she was comfortable and well taken care of. It was a beautiful day outside, so the weather was really nice. It wasn't too hot or anything like that. There you see the ring sling. The ring is right up on my shoulder, and that's exactly where you want it to be for maximum comfort and security when you are using a ring sling. Just a doula tip from me. And now we're back home, and clean up the kitchen really quickly and make a smoothie for mom. And I'm going to put the ingredients up on the screen and in the description box below so you can recreate this recipe. It is so good and nutritious with Swiss chard greens, lots of fruits and veggies, and I even was able to pick some mint. And I picked the Swiss chard from my client's garden that they have in their kitchen, which I love. And I basically did this every week, making a beautiful smoothie with greens and herbs from their garden. And just a little background on the package that this client created. We typically had 3 visits each week, and there were a couple of weeks early on after baby was born where we did 4 visits a week. She also had 3 prenatal visits before baby was born, where I helped her to get her home and mind ready for baby and postpartum. We did some education and conversation prompts, and we did some projects around her home just to get her ready and get things set up in a way that was functional for her. And the bonus part and the bonus or fun part is that she also gets 2 date night visits, which essentially are evening babysitting hours, so that my client can go out for a couple of hours on her own or with her partner or her spouse, and she will have until baby's first birthday to use her date night visits. So I finished making the smoothie, and now I'm going to wash the bottles and pump parts and dishes that are in the sink, and then it's going to be time to wrap up my visit for the day. So as you can see, we get a lot done at our postpartum visits, even though each day will look a little bit different. It's time for me to head home, but before I left, my client gave me this beautiful bouquet of flowers and a card and some lovely artwork from baby's big sister. I mean, look how gorgeous. I truly have the best clients, and I feel so grateful to be able to do something that I truly love and that makes a difference in the lives of new parents everywhere. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!